number 24, it says the graph of which inequality is shown. And if I take a look here, all of these are in standard form. I have something, something x plus something y is less than or equal to something. So I've got to do a little bit of rearranging. But I do know that if I went and looked at this line, I know a couple of things about it. I know that it has a y-intercept at 3. I know that it has a slope of down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. And rise over run would give me rise over run, but it's a negative slope. Okay, so I have those two pieces of information. I also know that since it's a dotted line, okay, the symbol that I'm going to be using in my equation is going to be one of these two. So I can cross off C and E right now because they would represent a solid line, and I don't have that. So now I have 3 choices left, and I need to figure out how to do this. Well, I could write an equation with this information using y equals mx plus b. And I know that m is a half, or negative 1/2, and b is 3, and it's equal to y. So if I wanted to get y, to put this into standard form, I would have to add 1/2 x to this side, plus 1/2 x on that side. So I end up with, I'm going to scoot over a little bit here for me. So I end up with y plus 1/2 x is equal to 3. Oops. So that describes the line that I have in my picture. Now, if I look at these equations, it looks like the line that represents that actually could be any of these, because if I multiplied everything by 2, I would end up with 1 whole x and 2y and 6. But this one says minus 2y, and there's no negatives in here, so I'm going to cross out a. So now I just have 2 choices left, and because of that, I need to decide basically which way the symbol would go. Well, if I look at my graph, 0, 0 shouldn't work in my equation. So I want to pick an equation where 0, 0 does not work. If I plugged in 0, 0 here, I would get 0 plus 0 is less than 3. That's a true statement. 0 is less than 3. If it's a true statement, it should be shaded in, but this one is not shaded in, so it must not be true. So this must not be the right equation, because 0, 0 should not work in my answer. So the only choice I have left now is this one, and if I plug in 0, 0, I have 1/2 x, which would be 0, plus another 0, and then it would say 0 is bigger than or equal to, bigger than 3. But that is not true, and that's what I want to show. I want to show that 0, 0 is not shaded in. So the line is represented by this equation, and then to pick the symbol, I want to make sure that the parts that are shaded are going to make this equation true. So D would be the correct answer.